So, welcome to the Highbury Corner podcast, episode 4. I'm here with Dowie and Wayne, of course, and of course, Kevin will be jumping on a little while later. First of all, what I want to do is I want to touch on the game over the weekend, and also I want to touch on the transfer window. Of course, like I said, that shut yesterday. And obviously, let's give our opinions on the signings, the incomings, the outgoings, and see where we go from there. First thing I want to do is I want to start with that game at Anfield because ultimately, I was so disappointed with the lineup, with the tactics. It just showed for me Arteta's small-minded mentality. We've got all these signings, this firepower that we've got now, yet he decides to leave Ethan on the bench, leave Eze on the bench, and have Marino and Martinelli in the starting lineup. And honestly, as soon as saw the lineup, my confidence went. I I was so confident going into this game. I thought, you know what, he's going to play Ethan in the 10, Eze on the left, Madueke on the right, who for me was one of our best players, and Gyökeres up front. However, my man just he just went on some defensive tactics like he did against Man City a couple of years ago, and he stunk out the place. For me, it was just almost like he was trying to do what we did at Old Trafford, defend and then try and nick a goal. And for me, man, if you want to win this league, you've got to go to your rivals and get the 3 points for me. That's how I see it. And for me, that game just showed me Arteta's mentality. And it stinks for me. I seriously am losing my patience because I feel that we now have a squad capable of winning the Premier League. But with this manager, nah, I've got my serious doubts. I mean, I'll pass it on to you, Dowie. What do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, no, I kind of agree. I'll be honest with you. When I saw the team sheet, I just couldn't believe it. Like we've got no creativity. All the creativity players are on the bench. Eze, Odegaard, Waneri, Max Dalman, creative players. You know, I think really Arteta's missed. He's missed a trick here. And he's really start to annoy me now.
Mm,
We go to Anfield and he's parking up the bus like we're playing for a draw.
yeah,
Like, what is going on? As you said, we've got the players now. We've spent over 200 million, and yeah, I'm just really frustrated.
yeah.
And as you said, Madweke in the first half is probably the best attacking player that we had. He had a
Mm.
few great chances, and for me, Martinelli, I backed him, but now I'm getting to the point now where I'm really, really fed up now. Like, every time he gets the ball, head down, and running like a headless chicken, and it's really really starting to annoy me now. And as you said, I don't know if Arteta's kind of has taken us as far as he can.
I think he
Um,
has. And to be honest with you, like I said, Martinelli, look when Martinelli first came on the scene to what he is now. He's not even Brazilian now. Martinelli, his name should be Martin Kelly from Luton. You know what I mean? For me, I don't even want to go there because I said in the last pod how I just think he needs to be sold. His
yeah,
time
agreed.
is up for me. And Mikel Merino, as a midfielder, just doesn't do it for me either. As a
Yeah,
striker, he's half decent, but as a midfielder, what the hell does he bring to the team? I mean, I was like I said, I'm so annoyed with that lineup and that performance that he set up not to lose, and that's not the type of mentality you need to win a title. That's a Everton versus Liverpool at Anfield, or that's a Burnley versus Liverpool at Anfield. Just stick, defensive, be defensive, and hold out for a draw. Not Arsenal who are going for the title. So yeah, Wayne, I'll switch over to you, man. What are your thoughts?
To be honest, for me, I think the only criticism I'm going to give Arteta was or is that Eze should have started in place of Martinelli. I've been saying it to you guys for years that this guy is an absolute joke. If we get a good bid from Saudi, bro, sell him. Honestly, what does he actually bring to the table?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
doesn't, for me, he doesn't bring anything to the table whatsoever. Every single season we give this guy a chance after chance after chance after chance. When's it going to stop? When's it going to end?
yeah.
So I personally believe that Arteta made a mistake by not playing Eze to start off with. I'm not really going to jump. I'm going to be the total opposite from you two. I'm not going to jump on Arteta's back. Yes, he did make tactical decisions which are questionable, but look, boys, we're only 3 games into the new season. You know, we're going to be picking up points. Liverpool are going to drop points. Chelsea, Man City, everyone's going to drop points. You know, so let's just keep the faith. I know it's hard at the moment to try and keep the faith with Arteta. I hear man saying that Arteta is always the bridesmaid, you know, which to me is a bit of a liberty, but that could be some truth. Hopefully, he's not going to be the bridesmaid this season, and he's going to be the groom, you know.
Are you seeing any evidence so far on that, Wayne? I mean, like for me, it's almost like we're playing like last season. Like we're opening up teams at home, but again, like I don't know. I'm not saying we're boring, but or I am. I have said we are a little bit boring, but I just feel that like if you go to the Arsenal from again, I said this in the last pod from 2 years ago, the one with the season where we signed Jesus and Zinchenko, we were explosive going forward, man. Odegaard scored 15 goals, Martinelli scored 15 goals, Saka scored 15 goals, and then now it's just like this slow sideways passing, this slow build up. Oh, I think Kevin's joined us.
Yes, Kevin.
Right, guys.
Yeah, Kevin, I think you're on mute, my friends.
Unmute yourself, Kevin.
Unmute yourself, brother.
We can't hear you. Yeah. Unmute.
You're right, everyone.
Yeah. Say you doing,
I'm
bro?
good, thanks. I'm good, man.
Okay, well, we're just touching on the game at Anfield before we move over to the transfer window. And basically, like me and Dowie, we're kind of like we're coming towards the end of our tenure with Arteta. We're like I said, for me, I said before you joined on that his mentality in those sort of big away games is what's frustrating me because we have the players to go. And for me, I thought we were going to beat Liverpool with if we had Eze on the left, Noni Madueke on the right, Gyökeres up front, and Ethan in the 10 because Odegaard was injured. I seriously think we could have won that game. They were there for the taking, and I will not stand for anyone saying that they weren't. They looked vulnerable. They conceded 4 goals in 2 games up until we played them. And we only had one shot on target.
Yeah, one shot on target. Not even that. I just want to. Obviously, I know you've asked Kevin a question and that, but I just want to also touch on the Liverpool goal.
Yeah.
For me, I can't believe Raya did not save that. And now he's come out with an excuse about how the ball swerved, this, that, and the other. Mate,
it was a good goal.
Was wrong.
It was a good goal.
Yeah, it was a good goal.
Yeah,
but not from that distance. Let's be fair.
It was hit well. I can't say it wasn't hit well. I see Raya flew for it, but it was one of those goals which, he hit it well. It was a.
And the thing is, for me, I want to touch on what Wayne said. You're saying about it's only 3 games in. Like, these are the places we have to win. These are our rivals, Wayne.
Yeah.
Every season we're saying, oh, it's only this early. I'm sorry, I'm fed up with all the excuses now. Liverpool, as I've said, Liverpool were there for the taking. Yet he waits till 70 minutes to bring on our creative players like Odegaard and Eze. 70 minutes. Why not change up at half time? These are the things. It's so frustrating. It really is. Sorry guys, but Liverpool there.
You're right.
Beat them.
You're right. You're so right. I think he played the first half well by how he set it up, with the players. I didn't mind who he chose. Yeah. You know what was disappointing of the game for me? I came there like 12 minutes into the game to see Saliba out of the game. So that was like worrying alarms. But to know our new signing, he did well. He came in and did well. Mascara. He came in and did well. So but the first half went perfectly fine if you wanted to defend. See how the game is lined up. Yeah. I think the substitution was really late. He could have done that because Martinelli was out of the game. I love Martinelli, but he was out of the game. You could have made the sub about 55, 60th minutes. Bring on some attacking force now. Bring on Eze, bring on Odegaard for real. Yeah. Even when he bring on Max, I thought you should have bring on Ethan. So it was a bit like it was a bit strange in that sense of way. But yeah, he leave the substitution too late. Then that goal happened. It was one of those. It's like typical Arsenal. And then the backwards playing. Oh God, that frustrates me. I don't know why we keep on bringing on. It's like we're causing danger to ourselves, and we keep on playing, playing back the ball. It's like I got confused with that. It's like go forward, go and attack the game, go at least do something, lose 3-2 or something, make it seems like yeah we're there. I don't know. Sometimes I think Arteta has it, and then he lost it because there was one season where we're scoring goals. We didn't have the defense like how we have it now, and we were scoring goals. We didn't even have striker like how we have it now. But I don't know. I don't know. It's 3 games into it. I always say the first 5 games, then you really kind of see where we're going from there. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, so the next few games are important because, like I said, we've got City, Newcastle, and all that. And again,
mm,
like I said, yeah, this is the one blip. He's got to make sure this doesn't, happen again when we go away to teams like City. For me, I still think with the players we have now, we can give them a game and we can take points from them. Ultimately, like I said, I just feel that unless it changes that, I just see us being runners up again. He has to
Yeah,
have
but
faith, man, that we can go and beat these teams.
Sav,
yeah,
take into account this transfer season, we bought 8 players.
Hmm.
So practically that's like another starting 11.
Hmm.
Again,
mm,
with any new players, they got to get used to the squad, and the squad got to get used to these new players.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
it's going to take time. I know at the moment we feel like we don't have time. We need to hit the ground running, but it's the same for every other club who have bought players as well. So
Hmm.
once we click properly, and he knows what players should be in what position, I really think we will do damage in that league. I really do. So I'm going to remain positive and just put it down to once our players are gelling properly, who's going to stop us?
Hmm. No, I hear you. We've got the players now. For me,
Absolutely.
we've got
mm,
the players now. For me, the left side was the last weakness,
Yeah.
and Eze can play there, so he's addressed that. Eze, Saka, or Madueke, Gyökeres, Ethan, or even Odegaard. Even though Odegaard slows down the pace, which irritates me, I still think we've got the players. And you look at Rice, Supermendi, and our back line. Now we've got the new guy, Hinsapi, I think his name is, like, and he's supposed to be a
yeah.
baller, a proper
Piero
baller.
Cairo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he's supposed
yeah.
to be a
He
baller.
looks really good. He looks yeah, yeah. But where we're gonna play him? Are we gonna play him in the centre back or we're gonna play him left back? That's another
Well,
thing now.
look, if you look at it, like, we are dropping like flies now. We've lost Saka, we lost Havertz, we've now lost Saliba. So it just shows you need a squad, man. Let me be honest with you. Has Calafiori played 7 games in a row?
No, he
No,
hasn't.
No,
no.
no.
Exactly. So right now he was excellent at Anfield for me, right? He's
Yeah,
he's,
he
he's
was.
he's
He
Oh,
showing
yeah,
his
one of our
quality
best
now.
players. Yeah.
But can you bank on him to play 7 games in a row? Like for me, he's like the Italian Thomas Partey. He's just going
Mm,
to play a few games and
She's
get
yeah,
injured, then come back,
yeah.
get injured. So for me, his season, I've got, for me, I really hope he has a good season because I actually like Calafiori. But it just shows you that signing of, we're signing Mosquera and this Hensapi, if that is his name. We need the squad, man. And don't forget, Gabriel had a hamstring tear, so he's just come back from that. Timber, I think, is probably the best left back in the Premier League. He's just happy. He had the injury, came back, and then he had surgery over the summer. So if you look at it, he had the ACL, didn't he? So we
Yeah.
need the backup. Where's Ben White? Ben
mm.
White's injured. Like you look at
No,
that, we got rid of Tomiyasu because his whole life was an injury. Like
mm,
that's what I mean. We need the squad. And for me, right now, I think the only place we may be a little bit light in is central midfield. But that's where I want to see Lewis Skelly. That's what I said to you guys on the last pod. I want to see Lewis Skelly in midfield.
mm. You
Yeah, I
know
agree.
what? I thought was gonna keep Sinchenko and play him through the middle, if anything.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
gone now.
yeah, he's gone. But I thought that would have been his best position, not
It
left back.
is. It is basically his best position midfield, but obviously for me, Arteta don't rate him as a midfielder, so he never played him.
Mm,
So obviously you've
mm.
got you've got Norgard who's out, funny enough.
Yeah,
So like I said, another one to
already,
the list. So
already. But injury list already.
bro,
Yeah.
Exactly.
what is
3
going
games in.
on? What is going
But
on at that training grounds, man?
You know, like
but
as Wayne said, like we've got the squad now. So this year is the last for Arteta. Well, for me personally,
Mm,
if he doesn't win anything now major, he has to go.
yeah,
He's got the players now, so
Yeah.
there can't be any excuse. You know,
yeah.
it's 6 years in the process. You know, we're coming a bit of a laughing stock. If I'm being honest, 6 years and we, we've not improved. Like maybe the squad wise, but in terms of playing football,
And
no,
who's that down to? Who's that down to, bro?
I think it's down to Arteta.
And the coaching
Primarily
staff.
no,
because
you know what?
it's,
You know what I believe? He improved the team, but I think the season when we was firing goals, I think that's the kind of play he should still keep. But
Mm,
he changed it again when it comes to another season. Like he
yeah,
changed up tactics and they moved
mm,
from what he was doing right because
yeah,
we just needed defense. And we got
but
the
then that's
defense
Arteta's
now.
fault, then, isn't it? Then it's
yeah.
down to Arteta.
I don't know. He just second guess himself certain times, at the wrong times, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in that
But let me
season,
ask
go on,
let me
go
ask
on.
you guys a question. Sorry to interrupt, but you all, well, technically, some of you are saying about Arteta, this could be his final season. We're all getting fed up with Arteta. But then the question is, who would you want to come in?
Luis Enrique.
We got Areola at
Yeah.
Bournemouth. He's doing wonders at
No,
Bournemouth.
no, no, no,
Mm,
no, 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 no. You want someone that's won leagues, won Champions Leagues. You want someone like that. Luis Enrique
yeah,
for
it
me
would have to
all day.
be.
Go to
Or
PSG, lay it
Luis
down.
Enrique, yep. That's
Luis
an option.
Enrique. That's my guy. That's
I
my
wouldn't.
guy.
I wouldn't really say him, but I would say I would need a guy with one trophies. Look, geez, if you want to bring me Jose Mourinho, just bring me. I'm not saying
Nah, nah,
someone got
nah, nah.
someone
Well,
got win
after he's been
trophies.
affiliated with Tottenham,
I don't
mate.
want to hear that
Never
Jose
in the
Mourinho
last
name.
100. Never that. No way.
No
It
chance.
won't happen. He's just left Fenerbahce, innit? He's gone from Fenerbahce. So.
There'll be war outside the Emirates Stadium, bro. I'm
Yeah,
not
man,
having
get
that.
this
Trust
guy,
me.
man called Arsene Wenger a Voyager, man.
Oh my
You know
days.
what I'm saying?
Uh,
No. For me, look, Luis Enrique's won everything. He's won the Champions League. He's won the World Club Cup. He's won the league in France. He's won everything, mate. I would have him in a heartbeat. If Arteta's the second highest paid manager in the world, 15 million a year, go slap that on the table and just take Enrique from PSG for me. But yeah, easier said than done. I think personally, once Arteta's what he's got this season, and next season on his contract. If he goes through this season, doesn't win anything, it'll be interesting to see what the Kroenkes do with his final year on his contract. But I could be wrong. I think it is because he signed a 3-year contract, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so
yeah,
he's got
last year was
one
the
more year
first
after
year.
this.
Yeah, so he's got one more season after this season, and like I said, for me, he's got to win something. I mean, I still take a cup just to say, right, we've got a trophy, but I do want one of the two majors, the Champions
That's
League or
nah,
the
it has
that
Premier
to
was
be
my
League.
a
next
major
question.
to me. Yeah, I think it has to be a major.
Has to be, man.
You know what can like skin his teeth is two cups, the League Cup and the FA Cup. I never say maybe we'll wait till the next season, see if we can get a league. But no.
I think one of the cups will get him borrowed time. If he wins absolutely nothing, which is for the last how many seasons he's won nothing, then
Mm.
I don't know what's going to happen. They've got to do something, man, because like I
Mm.
said, the fans will only stay loyal for so long, and for me, he has turned everything around for us. I remember where we were a few years ago to where we are now, but we're at that stage now, right? We want to win stuff now. We want to win trophies. Bloody Tottenham have won a trophy. Crystal Palace have won a trophy in that time. Even bloody West Ham won the Conference League. These clubs have won trophies, man. We need to win trophies. That's what this game is all about. And if he ain't winning trophies, he's got to go.
Yeah, no, agreed.
I'm saying that, and
Mhm.
I hope I'm wrong. I want him to prove me wrong, but right now I see a Superman team, but the kryptonite is Mikel Arteta. That's what I
Yeah,
see. We've got
yeah,
that.
yeah,
We've
yeah. I
got
can
that
agree with that.
Superman team, bro. But he's that green bit of kryptonite that's messing us
Yeah,
up, man.
I think he's just
Yeah.
holding back the team. Is like it's like basically. I was saying this to my friend yesterday. It's like basically having a dog, a wild dog, and want to let him off the leash, but someone's coming to rub you, but you just having the dog on the leash. Is like, what are you doing? You let it off. You go for it. And he's like, we got the players. We've
Mm,
got we got Madueke, we can cover Saka.
mm,
You got Eze, we can cover Martinelli or Trossard. We've got the players. Like, let them go. Let them play football. Martinelli, again, I'm going to touch on him. He's my player, but I think the left is not for him. Play him down the middle. I
That's
think
it.
playing him down the
That's not for
middle.
him either, mate.
It's
That's
not.
No,
not
I
for him
mean,
He's
too.
definitely better through the middle, though. Eh? He's definitely
Nah,
better
Listen,
through the middle
the
for me.
speed. The
Martinelli's
speed,
place is
yeah.
sitting on that bench. That's his place.
nah.
Trust
His
me.
place is out of the
That's
club,
his
mate.
place. Yeah,
Like,
he
yeah,
ain't. He can't play the number 9 position like Glockered. So
No,
let's
obviously
be
not.
honest, boys. Yes, he's got speed, but listen, what is speed gonna do for you if you're not putting the ball in the back of the net?
exactly.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
mm.
What's my man's called? Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, but look, remember when
Bench
he
that you there,
replaced
man. Bench him, bench him, bench him all day,
Bench.
remember when he
Yeah.
every day.
replaced Aubameyang and he was playing through the middle? I think he was playing good. He was like, to me, is Arteta too much of this, like going back and too much rules, too much things in his head.
Yeah.
He was playing free before. The balls was just touching, he was running, he was scoring goals. Yeah, I think the season when he scored 15, yeah, he was playing football. He was at that age. But sometimes with too much ticky-tacky and be back and hold back, it's like you're holding back his talent. You're not letting him go. And I think that might reach max if they do that as well. Because Arsenal sometime. Yeah.
Yeah. You know
The
what I
hold back
feel?
is
I feel that that season where we were explosive going forward and we were at 1.8 points clear and then City clawed us back and won the league. I think that had a psychological effect on him because ever since that season he's not played that same football.
Yeah, never been the same.
Never been the same. But
true.
we were
And,
awesome that season, man.
and you know what was the problem? What was the problem in that season? We didn't have defensive reinforcement.
Yeah.
We knew
Saliba
if
went
we,
down
yeah, we knew if Saliba went down, that would have been it.
and then we
Yeah.
brought in
And
Rob
we fall
Holding.
apart.
Yeah, Rob
Yeah.
Holding came in, and I reckon I haven't seen you
Jesus.
play football, Kevin, but I bet you're better than Rob Holding. He was
Jesus.
dreadful, bruv. He was
Oh,
dreadful, bruv. You know what I mean? And then that's the thing, bruv. You're right because yeah, we didn't have to, but now we've got the squad now. You've seen
let them go.
Mosquera looks a player. This
Mhm.
Hinsepia, whatever his name is, he's supposed to be a baller. You know, and like I said, once Ben White gets back as well, I think like I said, our defense is there.
I think Timber is better on the right than
Timber's the man, bruv. Timber for me,
yeah, Timber is better on the right than
apart from
White. But let's say we have two right backs.
yeah,
Yeah.
for me,
Mm,
apart from I think Hakimi at PSG, I think Timber's probably second best
mm,
left back in
mhm.
probably Europe for me. He's just so good. I mean, he's not as good as Ben White going forward, but defensively he's sound.
Solid.
But again, he's
Yeah,
Mhm.
little injuries. He's got to be rotated for me.
Mhm.
But now that we've touched on that, what I just want to quickly before we wrap up, I want to ask about the transfer window as a whole. Get your opinions on the whole transfer window because for me, I think it's an 8, 9 out of 10. Personally, I think what would have made it a 10 for me is if we got Rodrigo on loan. Because if we'd have got Rodrigo on the left, I would have then dropped Odegaard, played Eze in the 10, Saka on the right, Gyökeres up front, and there would be no club that would have stopped us going forward. But we didn't get him.
Yeah. I would say it's a 9 for me still because Inverter I trust, I would
Yeah,
say. Inverter I
yeah.
trust. Yeah, yeah. He came in and did the business, like
Mm.
the transfer. He wasn't messing around like Edu. Edu frustrated me. You know what I mean? You see
Mm.
pictures of him barbecuing.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I know.
This man coming like he was at Notting Hill Carnival jerking chicken or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
being last minute shopping, getting sterling. No,
Oh God, why'd you remind
no,
me of that,
no,
man? Don't
Yeah.
remind me of that,
no.
please. Because you know what it is? He's put us in this position by getting mediocre players and putting them on super high wages.
yeah.
And
Mm.
that is why Berta has struggled to get rid of these players. That's
I,
why
I'm,
Reece Nelson went on loan. That's why
hmm
Zinchenko has gone on loan. We can't sell him because the wages are too high. You know what I'm saying? That's
hmm
that's the reason, man. And like I said, Edu put
Yeah.
us in that position. Yes, he had a few hits, Rice and Timber, yes, but he had a lot of misses for me. Too many misses.
Too many misses and hits. Yeah,
Yeah,
for him.
man,
Yeah.
that's for me.
Yeah.
So for me, 8, 9 out of 10. Kevin, you're giving it a 9 out of 10. Dowie, what would you reckon for the transfer window? What are you grading it?
Yeah, I agree with Kevin. 9 out of 10. I think we've
Mm,
covered all the positions. We've got the striker, which obviously is what we've been crying out for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to touch on before we move on. What do you guys think of Gyökeres?
I love Gyökeres. He's just not
No,
getting the
his
service.
performance.
Oh, the
You
performance. When
mean
you've got no service, bro. You've got no service. And who's to blame for that? Arteta and his stupid selection, his stupid lineup,
Listen,
and
exactly
stupid,
what I was
sorry,
going from.
stupid tactics, man. Oh, Gyökeres, I like Gyökeres, and I think you give him the service, man will bag 20 league goals.
All
Yeah,
day, every
I
day,
think
mate.
yeah, definitely he needed like a Ethan in one area or someone to play.
Yeah, man.
He's like
Yeah.
tricky and he pass the ball and find the player. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
They
know,
need to find him more now, man.
Guys,
yeah,
yeah,
man.
with
guys,
Arteta,
for
I
me,
just feel like he went to play for a draw.
Yeah, he did.
That's
He did. I said that. Yeah.
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
simple
for
as
me,
that.
Foolish, man.
You know.
for me, guys,
Go
I
on, man.
think in our transfer window this season, I think we've done really well. To get 8 quality players, which, let's be fair, the Arsenal of old, we would never buy 8 players in one transfer window. So I think we've been spoiled with what we have, and I'll give it an 8.59 out of 10 for the signings which we have. Answering Darry's question about Glock 9, bro, as long as we give him the service, and this is what I said earlier about the team gelling, playing with one another, getting to know what their strengths and weaknesses are, then we'll be all right. But we don't know what Glockered's strength is because we're not playing to it. There was a chance in the first half where Madueke could have squared it to him, but he didn't. Madueke shot. So he's finding the spaces, but we're not actually providing the ball to let him do what he can do. So I'm all for him. And I think, like Sav says, if we give him the service, he'll get us 20 goals.
Yeah.
Easy.
He's
in
he's
that
not
league.
he's not Thierry Henry. He's not going to beat 4 man in the score.
No, of
That's
course
that.
not.
He's not that type of player. For me, he's more like an Alan Shearer. You got to give him some service, and he'll bag you goals. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I just think unless Arteta does something, then we're wasting the talent. Might as well have not signed him, man. Might as well stuck with Havertz or stuck with no Marino up front. That's how I see it. So yeah, onwards. Like we've got the international break now, so obviously, like I said, there's going to be a bit of a break, but hopefully the players come back with no injuries, and then we can then, of course, move forward to the next part of the season. So, fingers crossed, none of these players get injured, man. And like I said, let's move onwards and upwards. But rant over and like I said, on to the next podcast, my brothers.
I think we should have got another striker still.
Fair play, fair play. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I
look,
agree with that.
yeah,
end of the day,
yeah,
we didn't realize how what would have happened to Havertz. Obviously, like I said, he was the
yeah,
backup striker. Now, of course, Jesus will be coming back in a couple of months, but then Havertz should be back in a couple of months. So
Yeah.
once them two come back, we've got them. But I think you know what it is, Kevin. He's probably just going to stick with Marino as backup striker until those two come
yeah.
back. That's what he's going to do.
That's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Well, we believe in Arteta anyway.
Yeah,
At least for
man.
another
Look,
year.
let's just see what happens, bruv. So, look, I want to say thank you, everyone, for coming on. And like I said, man, on to the next one, my brothers.
Until the
Come
next
on,
one.
Onwards
Gunners.
and
Come on, you
upwards,
guys.
Take
guys.
care, man.
No worries.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Nice